Today I'm going to talk to you about something that I kind of gotten a little bit known for, and that's terminology. I am a bit of a terminology junkie. I think it's really important for people to have the right kind of terminology when they train and when they talk about training. And the reason being is that the way you talk or think of the definition of something is the way you're going to think about training, is the way you're going to apply training. So the importance of it isn't always just arguing semantics. It actually is a lot deeper than that. It's how you think about training and how you're going to go out and apply it. So I'm going to talk about a couple subjects here that kind of get me, and I hear terminology being thrown around that I think is improperly thought of or improperly placed. One of them is I hear a lot of is a leash reaction or a leash reactive, or my dog is dog reactive when on leash. Reactive period is another word I hear a lot when used with a dog on dog or dog on people or dog on cat or whatever it may be. And ultimately, there's something to a dog being on leash and gaining some confidence to act out in some of the things he wants to do. It's like a tether to some confidence. Think of it as kind of two high school kids. They're gonna get in a fight and they're gonna take it to one level when they're all by themselves with that fight. But as soon as their friends or the teacher or somebody gets involved and gets between them, they act really tough and they take it to another level. It's kind of like, you're lucky, man. If they weren't here, I would have taken this another spot. Well, the leash kind of does the same thing. We see it with other people as well. Like today, we see it a lot behind the keyboard. People get real tough, real active, and will say things that they definitely wouldn't say in person. But they'll definitely say by hiding behind a keyboard or on their smartphone. So that's kind of a little bit the way it acts. It acts as a buffer zone into some confidence. It's not going to be so confident that they don't need to fight or don't need to be aggressive at all. That's a whole other level of confidence where it's just not important, but it brings them up enough to take them into that decision of being showing some aggression. Ultimately, though, to solve all this, it's just one thing you need to address. And it's not dog aggression while on leash, while off leash, cat aggression, squirrel aggression, people aggression, or lunging at people while on leash, or any of these things. Ultimately, what I see is people have a lack of engagement problem. They're not important enough to their dogs. Their dogs don't look at them as having any importance level whatsoever. So I'll never go after trying to correct my dog for barking at another dog or at another person or at a squirrel or a cat or lunging on the leash at them. That's not what I'm working on ever. Whenever I see a dog doing something like that, I'm never going to correct them for that. What I will do is teach them to absolutely keep their focus on me 100%, and that the engagement with me is the most important thing that they could possibly have. The other dogs just lose, or the other cats just lose all that importance level. They literally become nothing to them. They just start ignoring them because it's just another level of distraction. So I never look at it as, uh-oh, here comes that dog he doesn't like, or that cat, or another person, or whatever. It's irrelevant. Those are just levels of distraction for my dog to ultimately must gain and maintain focus and engagement to me. And that's how I solve it all in one. If you like what you see here, click the subscribe button, follow us, hit the notifications button as well. Like the video or not, comment on it please, and we'll try to get back to you any comments you have, especially if it's something you have a question to or anything like that. Please comment, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. But again, thanks again for coming in and listening to another episode of Taylor Made Talk.